Hello there. Get off. Get out of here. Salve te, Miyamiki. Oh no, the fucking heater started. Why? Why always during recording? It's been a minute. I got a few large projects I'm working on that are a bit intense in terms of editing to get them where I want them to be. Making good progress on them. Unfortunately, it's taking a little longer than anticipated. But I did pack an old suitcase of mine with some treasures, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and just show them to you real quick. Wait right there. This suitcase is like super fucking old. It's for a child. I'm surprised it's not just destroyed by this point, but you know, I take care of my things. So in this suitcase, I have all of the essentials. What exactly does that entail? Well, you're about to see. Oh, that is a terrible camera shot on camera too. Nice little close-up on the fucking wheel. It's a lot of different stuff. I wouldn't necessarily actually call these the essentials. I don't even know if I would consider this part of my hoard. I kind of just grabbed whatever I saw and threw it in a suitcase. Man, this is really well thought out. First, we'll start off with a Hamlet reference. Just kidding, I don't actually like Shakespeare. He's kind of cringe. Nah, if you like Shakespeare, that's whatever. But anyway, Yorick, yeah. This was just a ceramic thing I painted a while ago. As you can see, my signature on there. I don't know if it's gonna focus, but if it doesn't, it just SD. Yep. Which isn't the best signature, considering it just looks like initials. So whenever someone's just like initials and signature, mine look the same. But it has a red snake with blue eyes. Ring any bells? But I'm not a snake, just reptile. Here's treasure number one. Get a nice close-up on that. camera is terribly set up. Let's adjust that a little bit. Next up, I have a ball. This is just like a little, not a stress toy. It came with a little hoop so I can practice my aim. Just because it's fun. Basketball is like my favorite sport. But yeah, here's a nice view of that. That's enough out of you. I missed. Next up is a DS. It's fine, touchscreen gimmicks are lame anyway. Man, playing on this is fun, but it's kind of hard to do. Okay, if you're able to tell what game that was based on a singular sound effect, bonus points to you. Leave your guess in the comments. This is one of my favorite games ever. It's just Metroid Fusion for the Game Boy Advance. I really like button sounds, like especially on the DS. I'll move on to the next one. Actually, somewhat related to button presses, I have this controller here, which is just some Zelda controller. Yes, I know that's Link, but it's from Zelda, whatever. Really like the sounds that this one makes. Oh, that's kind of loud. I normally use a different controller than this one. This one's kind of just been sitting on the shelf, but it still works just fine. This kind of reminds me of, like, whenever you're watching a movie and you see some kid playing video games, it's like directed by a boomer who doesn't know what video games actually look like when they're being played. So they'll have the kid just going like, even though clearly that isn't going to be doing anything in like any game. Yeah, that's kind of what this reminds me of when I'm just button mashing. I have another controller that's very similar to this one, but it's just like black and white instead, which I kind of like it more, but at the same time I also really like gold, so it's kind of hard not to like this one in that way. This one is specifically a wired controller, which I do like the reliability of wired controllers, considering the fact that like I do a lot of frame perfect stuff when gaming, and just, you know, input delays, very frustrating sort of thing. So having a wired controller is handy for that. It's obviously unplugged though, so yeah. I'd show you my other one that I actually use, but it would probably just turn my switch on or whatever, and I don't want to do that. Not that it would really cause any problems, but whatever, I'm rambling. In the same vein as media and content consumption, one of my favorite genres for movies is stop motion, claymation sort of stuff. And that's why one of my favorite movies ever made is Coraline. I haven't really opened this in quite some time. It literally had dust on it. but that's just because I don't use my physical DVDs to watch movies. I kind of just stream that shit. But it is cool to have a physical copy of something like this. Those who don't know what this movie is about, I won't spoil anything because I recommend you watch this. But basically, there's a gal who's not happy with her life or her parents, and then she's presented with a fun, exciting new world with different parents. And it's supposed to be sort of a trap. Everything's not quite as it seems in that new world that's trying to draw her in staring her like a fly in a spider's web. Without giving too much away, that's essentially what this is. It's a very easy to watch, not too tense horror movie that is visually appealing and well written. And it's based on the book Coraline, which people will dive into to dissect the lore and shit, but you don't have to read that. I didn't, and I still like the movie. Well, speaking of movies and stuff you watch, you like my new wallet? Check that out. It's got some pretty nice pastel horses on it. Oddly enough, it does have 2024 as the year for it, even though this is the previous generation, which is a little confusing, but sure, whatever. The problem is, even for dude pockets, this wallet is too fucking big. So, unfortunately, she's going to be sitting on the back burner. I'll still carry it around from time to time, though. But, it's a very plain interior, I'm assuming just because this was probably a custom sort of thing, where they just took a popular template and sold it in bulk like this, which would also explain why they just picked 3 random horses to put on there. Not sure why they picked those 3, but sure. fact that this wallet is empty kind of reminds me of the irony it is in video games when you can buy a wallet and then you end up being broke because you buy a wallet that's better than your current wallet, like in Zelda. It's kind of funny when that happens because it's like I spent all of my money just so I can hold more money, but now I am broke and my wallet is empty. That game had more paradoxes than most games of the time. Only tangentially related, I'm curious if any of you have ever seen Kirby Right Back at You, you know, that cartoon show? Because I think we had like a DVD with several episodes on it. That's all I knew about the show was from those episodes. And then it got a bunch of scratches on it and wouldn't play back correctly. So, that's tragic. But anyway, Kirby. It's got a bunch of Japanese text on it. A bunch of colorful characters. It's meant to be some, like... I don't know. It's just one of the many mascots of Nintendo. And just some cute marshmallowy character or whatever. It's got a very cartoonish art style with big ol' eyes and non-threatening looking enemies for the most part. Sometimes you get nightmare fuel for whatever reason, but yeah, there's Kirby. Wait, hold on. It says for sale in Japan only. Yeah, I don't think I live in Japan. Yeah, I don't know if you can see on the box, but it says under the barcode if the camera would ever fucking focus. Yeah, it says for Japan, sale only, for sale in Japan. So that's neat. Miniature Kirby action figure. Would you call this an action figure? I don't know. Completely unrelated, but there's a new addition to the SD knife hoard prograde, or whatever. It's just some generic brand bullshit plier knife combo thing. I got it primarily so I can have something on me that can cut and also do pinching things. As you can see, it has pliers. well as a bunch of like Swiss Army tools on the side. None of them are particularly interesting, but I do like how it opens and closes. So that's fun. I'm not sure what else to do with this. Oh, unlike a Swiss Army though, it does have these little things on the side for holding the tools in place, an actual locking mechanism, which immediately makes it better than a Swiss Army knife. Yeah, I don't know where else to go from here on this one, other than, I guess, just fidgeting with it, because it's fun. Oh, shit. So I like to cook, and I recently, well, actually not recently, this was like months ago, but I got some new spoons, wooden spoons for cooking, and it was in the discount section. Now, I didn't realize that the reason it was being discounted was that. You see that? It's got some like weird chip in it, so I'm gonna have to either just not use it or just sand it down to get it to use, and then I'll have to like wash it, maybe put a finish on it or something. But yeah, I have a spoon. I have a spoon. Do you fucking mind? Can you control your damn dog? Shut up. At least Wolf doesn't fucking bark. Guess that really makes you a bitch, huh? You done? Bitch? Okay. has everyone making as much noise as possible. And then there's a car that is revving its engine because they gotta show that they have big balls. And the only way that they can show that without going to prison is by revving their engine. Congratulations, dumbass. Every time you pick up a reptile, make sure to pick it up correctly. First, let me just say, look at this guy. Look at this little guy. Just don't press the button on his back. He screams for some reason. I don't know. It's Halloween decorations, am I right? It may be just a bony looking crocodile, but shit, where was I going with that? Oh yeah, archaeology. You know those wooden frog toys that come with a little stick and you rub it on their back, and because of the ridges on the wooden frog's back, it makes an imitation of a croaking sound? Yeah, that's nothing like that, but it sounds cool, so I'm gonna keep doing it. Kind of looks like I'm petting him when I do that. I mean, because I am, so that statement sounded kind of dumb. Anyway. Good reptile. 8 out of 10. Would have been a higher rating if it weren't for the button on its back that works even when it's turned off. I don't know why it does that, but there you go. Lastly, a commemorative coin. It's a pretty cool coin that I got a while back for NNPTC. Can't remember, what did this actually say on it on the front? First, there were firsts. Well, that was all I packed in my suitcase. I may go over all of these items one more time, just to review. A DS. A controller. A happy crocodile. A wooden spoon. A plier knife thing. This thing. Pony wallet. And illegal Kirby merchandise. Almost looks like I'm trying to scare my mic when I'm doing that, like, ooh. Watch out, it's Kirby. Right back at you. And one of the best movies ever made. that's all I have in the suitcase. If I can figure out how to zip it up again. Well, I guess I can show you one more thing, and it's actually been on camera this whole time. My tail. Yeah, the scales get pretty itchy sometimes, so sometimes I just scratch my tail. I figure I get to show off my claws all the time. But I don't always get to show off my claws. Foot claws? I don't know, I guess feet is still an accurate term. And my tail, because it's usually off camera. Anyways, thank you for watching and stopping by to see what I crammed in that toddler suitcase. Shut the fuck up. More to come soon. Feel free to comment what your favorite triggers from this video were. I hope to see you soon, but ta-ta for now, and walete miyamiki. Fucking upstairs neighbors, dude. They never shut the fuck up. Also, how do you like my drip?